Week 1, day 1 of our kitchen refurbishment. Quite a major building project. This is currently the kitchen. I'm just stepping back so you can see this wall that goes across here. This wall is going to extend all the way across inside the dining room to make a bigger kitchen. We're going to have a similar opening to the one we've got now, which you can see there. And we're going to have a back door and a similar size window to the one we've got now put in here so we can access directly outside from the kitchen, which is something that I have desperately missed since we moved into this house 11 years ago. We're also going to have an island. We felt like that with the size of the rest of the house, the kitchen was too small for the rest of the house. And so we wanted to balance it up a little bit more, have a bigger kitchen with the outside access, and obviously modernise it. So this is what we've got at the current time. Obviously it's been emptied. The builders are arriving in about half an hour to start the demolition. We are going to reuse the gas hob we've got there. That's going to be going onto the island. And this oven here actually broke for the second time about 3 weeks ago, so we've been operating with no oven in here since then. We have been away for a week of it, so it didn't make an awful lot of difference. And yes, the kitchen is going to be a lot bigger. It's going to be about 6 weeks' work, I understand, with the plumbing and the electrics and the rebuild and the kitchen fitting and the templating of the worktop and the putting in of the worktop. So a lot of work to be done, but very excited. Not looking forward to the upheaval, but definitely looking forward to the end product. That's day 1. Beginning of day 2 of the build. Builders are coming in late this morning because they're going to fit somebody's skirting board. I can't show you an awful lot. This is from the house side. Obviously, we've got the Sterling board up blocking between the kitchen and the rest of the house. The reason the 2 chairs are there is because there are massive, great big nails sticking out of the back of the Sterling board. So just as a safety feature, if you will. I'll go around the other side and show you from the other side. So this is the outside of the kitchen. I'll do you a quick through the window. I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything. How is the camera panned around? I suspect maybe not. No, it's just reflection, isn't it? Obviously, we are Sterling board up on the outside as well to keep it dry. And you can see that all the demolition pretty much has been done. That is the rest of the kitchen. Some of the wall that had to come down. And plenty of kitchen around here. I think we do have a skip coming this morning or sometime today, so that would be good. So some of this will go out into the skip. I've got tile samples coming this morning because the floor is about the only thing we haven't ordered yet, so we need to get that ordered. So Ashley's ordered some samples and we're going to be looking at those. Yeah, that's where we're at. Morning of day 2. Okay, end of day 3. And the builders have gone home. It's now the weekend. They have built the new wall in the lounge, which is going to be the new kitchen wall. The opening that they've left, they're actually going to board this up on Monday. I've just asked them to leave it open so we have access to the kitchen area over the weekend, mostly so I could film this actually. But they're going to board the whole thing and then work from the other side, which is really good, which will stop the dust and noise and all of that stuff, which is a definite win. But then there will be a gap. You can see this side of the gap around here. That's sort of half the gap. So it's going to be sort of a walk-through gap. There's not going to be like a doorway or anything. In fact, you can probably see it from the other side. Let's go through into here. Hey Siri, turn the torch on. I don't know if that's not going to make a lot of difference actually, but this is going to be the gap here. And then if I move backwards, you can see this was the old gap. So we've got all this extra space as another I don't know, what's that, metre and a half, 2 metres or something. This wall's obviously going to be knocked out here. And then it's just going to be one big room. So I'll tell you what, I wonder if you can fit. You go on there. Let me turn you round to me. Actually, you're going to be better going on there. Will that work? Yes, that should work. Okay, so I'm now in the old kitchen. This was the wall and this bit was the lounge. But this is now going to all be kitchen all the way around here. As you can see, the whole kitchen has been taken out now, apart from the oven unit and the dishwasher and the hob. The plumber came today to just look at what needs to be done, and also I think he's disconnected the hob so that can be taken out on Monday, did the gas for that. We're going to reuse the hob and the dishwasher, both of those are going to be reused. But we're starting to get a feel for the space. I find it very difficult to visualise what anything's going to be like before I see it. And it's quite interesting because I wanted this gap in the doorway into the kitchen, if you like, the gap in the wall into the kitchen, to be exactly replicated in the new wall. I didn't want it any bigger or any smaller, and I wanted it in pretty much the same position. Ashley wanted it to be bigger. In fact, Ashley would have had no wall at all, controversial. But I don't like a completely open plan, not for me. I like my kitchen, but I don't mind not having a door, but I wanted there to be some sort of wall and opening. And when they put the new wall up today, and I saw the gap, I was like, no, I want that bigger gap, definitely. So I find it really hard to visualise before things are sort of semi in place. So we tend to change things along the way, which works quite well for us actually. It's not generally a problem. Our builders are just brilliant, love them, and they're so accommodating and helpful, and we work collaboratively together because Neil has quite a lot of good design ideas as well, so they work really well with us collaboratively. So let me just flip you back round, so you can see the windows semi-gone. They've boarded that up for the weekend, but we're obviously going to have the doorway and window in here as it is now. And yeah, some of the tiles have come off, and this bit of wall that was in between here has come down. So it's still very much in the demolition phase in here, but good news that the wall is going up, because on Monday that will completely seal off the lounge, so the dust will be minimised. And yeah, all good. That's it for now. Good morning. It's the very beginning of day 4 of week 2 of building. There has been a lot of mess, a lot of noise, and a further delay this week, where the kitchen fitter has delayed by a week. However, the building work is going slowly, so that might not be the end of the world. These things are sent to trials. Please excuse what I look like. I've had to get up particularly early to show you what it looks like. As you can see, the devastation is that we've got one completely full skip down at the bottom, and an awful lot more to go into another skip. Anyway, back to here. Let's go in and see what's going on. So we've now got the actual space that we're going to have. The rest of the things have come out. There was still the cooker and the dishwasher and bits and pieces in here previously. This wall has come out. This wall here, where that is, was the original kitchen wall, and that's taken them quite a lot of work. That was I think it was originally an outside wall, so it was a very full-on wall. And that wall has now come out completely. So that's been a lot of the work this week. And then yesterday, the steels went into that wall. The structural engineer is very keen on steels. It looks like overkill to us with 2 steels in there, but never mind. Ashley said, are you thinking of building another 3 stories on top of it? But But we move, and then we're going to have another steel going in here at some point. But yeah, certainly got a much better idea of the space that we're going to have now. It's definitely a big old space. This wall is being built, as you can see, there's two different levels of this wall here. That's further back than this. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. You can see it better from that point of view. And this wall is going to be built forward with some recessed shelving to match up, so we get a square room effectively. But yeah, it's good to see the space is so big. I'm glad we're going to have the gap in here because obviously it is quite dark, although it doesn't help that we've got half the gap covered up in there. And yeah, that's where we're at currently, day 4 of week 2, beginning of day 4 of week 2. It's week 3, day 3 of building work, and Neil has just said I'm allowed to film him putting the big metal thing in. Right, I'm ready.
I'm just gonna laugh, it's gonna make me laugh, I can't help it. I thought we weren't going to be implicated in any walls falling down.
Ah, too late for that.
Alright, thank you.
It is the end of day 3 of week 3, and let me turn you around and show you where we are at. Progress has felt slow so far. We do now have a steel in there. I've got a little film of that, which I'll put in the clip of that, going in after you've seen this, and we have a much bigger hole for the window and door space in there. I'm going to risk life and limb going in here because, as you can see, we've still got quite a lot of mess going on even. Some of the floor has had to be dug out because the floor wasn't level, so that's what's going on down there. We've got some floor digging out to make the 2 different levels of the floor level and even. As you can see, the infrastructure for the wall, the wood part of the wall is being built, or has been pretty much built there in the new, sorry, just let me step across here, in the new part of that. Now I've got much more of a sense of what the window and the door space is going to be like from this side, which is nice. More wall being built over here, obviously. Acros are in there just temporarily, or they were in there temporarily until the beam is fully in the new steel to support that outside wall. We should be seeing some more building up progress now. I feel like, as I said, it does feel as though it's going super slowly. I'm really enjoying the feeling of the space of this room now, but I'm looking forward to there being a bit less dust and a bit more of something looking like a kitchen. In good news, I'm just going to turn you back around there. In good news, just let me step back across. The kitchen arrived a couple of days ago, so that is all here and ready to be put in when the kitchen's ready to have a kitchen put in. We are on day 3 of week 4 of the building work, and look, we have walls. Well, a wall. This is now, I can't remember if it was like this when I showed you before, it's the right window and door. The window and door is coming on Friday, that's exciting. And what's more, we have a floor. This has all been changed as well. This has all been taken down and sort of rebuilt because the gap to go through to the house. Oh, sorry, I haven't got you quite in the right place. This bit here, sorry, I'm trying to avoid killing myself because there's shit everywhere. Yeah, this gap has moved slightly, and there's a frame up here in which the cooker hood is going. And here, this is exciting here. There's going to be 2 recessed shelves in these gaps here, which is very exciting. And by the end of today, it's going to look completely different, isn't it, Neil?
Yes.
Okay, it's Sunday. It is the end of week 4, and you will see that we now have a window and a door. That's exciting. We also have plastered walls, plastered ceiling, and the cooker hood thing. I can't remember if I've shown you this, but this is where the cooker hood's going to go in the roof. Oh, sorry, operating the camera badly. In there. The gap now is finalised, just got a sheet of plastic hanging down, and then we've got the 2 shelving gaps up there, recessed shelving units, or recessed shelves even. And yes, that's where we're at. The builders were actually due to be here today, but they haven't come. They were going to be doing the floor, so I'm guessing the floor tiling will be done tomorrow. So yeah, that's where we're at. Good morning. It's early in the morning. It's just got light of Friday. Doesn't matter actually. It's day 5 of week 5 of the kitchen refurbishment. I've been away for a few days up at my mum's this week, and today, after many delays, even more delays this week, today is the day that the kitchen units are going to start going in. Let me flip you around. I say that, assuming the kitchen fitter rocks up, of course. You know, right, I can show you the floor. The floor is now tiled. I know it's dark, I'm sorry, it's not the best light. There's no actual lights in here yet, apart from the builder's plug-in one and the electric's off to plug that in currently. Yeah, these are the floor tiles. And that's, the whole floor's done, but they've covered it up because they have been painting, and the room is now white all the way around. I think I showed you the door and window last week. That the housing for the cooker hood is all, or extractor fan is all painted white as well. My little recessed shelves are all painted white over there. So yes, we are now ready for the units to go in, and I am reliably informed that the kitchen fit is coming today. I was reliably informed of that on both Wednesday and Thursday, and here we are on Friday. But you know, we live in hope. It's becoming wearing now. Not gonna lie, not enjoying it at this point. It's been a while since I filmed any kitchen. I couldn't tell you what week we're on, but it feels like about 16 years. 16 years into kitchen refurbishment. But as you can see, we are getting there. So I'm in the lounge now. This is the new opening. This has been plastered this week, waiting for painting here. And we have units in. So this wall is all, so we've got fridge here, freezer there, oven. Third oven's not in yet. Don't ask me why we've got 3 ovens, that's down to Ashley. And then 2 big full-length pantry cupboards at the end, and then storage above and below the ovens. Then this is going to be the kitchen island here. Ignore the bit of wood on the top. That's just for protection purposes type of thing at the moment. And then along this wall we have gone for just low-level cupboards. We didn't want anything high level. We've got enough storage as it is with this, which is great. We've gone for a pale grey, as you can see. The hob is going to be on top of the island here, and then sink here. I think the sink's in actually. Is the sink in? Yes, sink is in, 1.5 bowl sink, and dishwasher here, and then along here, trying to turn you, is just going to be a long run of worktop along here. Then we've got the 2 recessed shelves above here. But the best thing ever, the thing that I have wanted for 11 years since we moved into this house, is a back door out of the kitchen. We have managed without a back door out of the kitchen for 11 years, and I very, very much missed it, and I'm so excited that we're going to be able to take the rubbish straight out of the kitchen, go directly out to the bird tables to feed the birds. All of that good stuff is going to make such a world of difference in here. So quick overview from, the camera's not following me as well as it should here, from here. Oh, we've got the cooker hood in as well. That is now in. Haven't tried it yet, but that's all wired up and ready to go. So the next step is I'm filming this on a Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. The worktops are going in tomorrow, so that will make it look an awful lot more finished. Unfortunately, most of the tradesmen are off on holiday this week. It's half term and they've all got kids. So they will be not here an awful lot, but the kitchen fitter has said he will come after the worktops are in. Hopefully tomorrow. I think he said I've just got to text him when the worktops are in, and he's going to put the tap in. We're having a boiling water cooker tap. Couple of reasons for that. I'll talk about that once the tap's in. So that's going in hopefully tomorrow, but sometime in the next couple of days. The electrician is coming on Wednesday. I say all this with a pinch of salt. This is when it's supposed to be happening, to do lighting, because we've got no electrics in here at the moment. We've only had the first fix, got a second fix electrics. Spotlights need to go in, and I have two decorative lights, one to go either end of, one here and one at the opposite end of the cooker hood. Those have got to go in as well, and he's got to wire up the ovens as well, and all of that stuff. Electrics Wednesday, and then plumbers are off this week. They will be coming next week to do the hob, connect the hob in the gas hob, and then I think we will be pretty much almost ready to go. So another 2 weeks, I reckon, before we have a functioning kitchen. And it has sent me to the brink and back, this project, to the brink and back. I don't know what day, I don't know what week, many weeks in, many days in. It's a Thursday anyway. Feel like we're getting there, we are getting there. There has been not as much done this week as I would have liked, because the builders have been away on another job, and the plumber and the electricians have been on holiday because it's half term. They've got young kids. Sorry, I'm using you as a mirror there. Yes, so progress seems to have slowed a little. However, there has been some. Let me turn you around. We have worktops. I'm absolutely thrilled with my worktops. I don't know if this camera will pick it up. Maybe if I turn around and show you. There's sparkly bits in my worktops. I don't think the camera's picking it up particularly well, but I absolutely love them. I'm so pleased with the worktops. Even Ashley, who didn't like the worktops, quite likes them. This big hole here is for the hob, which we are refurbishing. We're reusing our old gas hob, and Ashley has taken that apart. We've been cleaning and sort of refurbing all the individual little things. Gas hobs get so dirty, don't they? And all the bits under gunk underneath and all of that sort of thing. So that's got to go in there. I think the plumber's coming to fit that on Monday. So yes, it is a plumber because he's a gas safe engineer. Dishwasher is in. I don't know if that was in before. It's a bit smelly, that's why it's open. That's again my old dishwasher. We're reusing that. But the cooker tap is now fitted. Oh my goodness me, this is the best thing ever. I absolutely love it. Only went in yesterday, so it's still very much a novelty. Right, what else has happened since we last spoke? The electrician came yesterday and he has made all 3 ovens work. Yes, I have 3 ovens. That was down to Ashley wanting all those ovens. But in actual fact, I feel like it looks okay. They're not hugely big, and it all just sort of fits in well. This side, these cupboards here are big pantry cupboards. They're going to be like food storage all the way down there. That one is the same. And then above here, we're thinking we're going to maybe put Ashley's coffee machine. I don't drink machine coffee. I only drink Nescafe type coffee, instant, because that's the kind of cheap date I am. But Ashley's coffee machine might go in here, we're thinking, because we have a lot of storage. And then these 2 here are the fridge. That's the freezer, and this is the fridge. All the electrician did those yesterday as well, and they are now good to go. So I'm going to start, they're on now, so I'm going to start moving stuff over from the old fridge freezer, which is over there. Not going to lie, I am going to very much miss my ice machine on that freezer, because to get the freezer with the ice machine as an internal freezer with the doors, you know, the built, what do you call it when it's built in with the doors that match the cupboards, that thing. It was a lot more money, so we decided to manage without an ice machine. But yes, I've had that fridge for getting on for 20 years with the ice machine in, so I will miss that, but never mind. So we're still waiting for, let me just put you down here, we're waiting for a couple of end panels that I think are being delivered tomorrow for that, and the kitchen fitter's coming back Monday to do those. And we are obviously still waiting for lighting. We have no lighting in here. We do have some plug sockets now that are actually working, so yay for that as well. Got to order blinds as well. I think I've chosen, we're just going to have roller blinds. I think I've chosen what I'm going to have for there. But yeah, lighting is the main thing, and there's a slight leak under the sink that needs dealing with. Having an upright radiator on this wall, which the plumber's coming on Monday to do the hob, so he'll be doing that radiator as well. I feel like by the end of next week we might be back in it. That's a ridiculous thing to say, isn't it? Because just those words coming out of my mouth probably mean that disasters are going to befall us and nothing will happen at all. So we'll see, but we are getting there. I'm very much looking forward to not having this stuff on the floor anymore, and actually being able to see my lovely new tiles and putting stuff in here and starting to use it. We are getting there. It is time. It's time for the final kitchen reveal. It's not quite final yet, I've got to say. There's a few twiddly bits still to be done, but it's mostly there, and I wanted to get this video up, so I thought I'll show you in vlogs and what have you as the twiddly bits get done. But the kitchen is in use. I'm filming this on a Monday. It's been in use over the weekend, and we're absolutely thrilled with it. So without further ado, let me turn you around. And this is our new kitchen. So this is the new entrance, if you like, from the lounge. It's taller than we were expecting, but we decided to put the extra lights in, which has sort of drawn the eye down a little bit and made it less sort of stark as an entrance, I think. So I'm really pleased with these lights. I got them from Amazon. They were about £70 or £80 each, which I didn't think was bad at all. I love the way the pattern goes onto the ceiling. I've got them dimmed at the moment so it doesn't make the camera strobe, but yeah, they're very pleased with those. And they also cover up the cooker hood, which is obviously in the middle of them, and I'm really pleased with those as a design feature. Then we've got the island coming down here. We are missing the grey doors off the end of the island because they didn't come in the original order. They then sent replacement, not grey doors, the corner panels, I mean, where the white is on each end. Yeah, they didn't come. Then they sent replacements and they sent the wrong size. So those aren't coming till this Friday. But yes, those will be grey like the rest of the kitchen units at once that's done. Really pleased with the quartz worktops. I think I've shown you those already. I'm not sure you can get an idea of how much sparkle there is in that quartz, but really, really pleased with it. It's just exactly what I wanted, and I'm thrilled with it. Very pleased with the kitchen island as well. We didn't want an island we could sit around because obviously we have, just let me turn you, the dining room in here. I haven't tidied up the dining room, so excuse all the mess. Yeah, we've got the dining room immediately there, so we didn't need an island that we could sit around in the kitchen. But the amount of storage in this island is just brilliant. I'm so pleased with it. We've got on each side, we've got the little tiny drawers like this, and then we've got big drawer with also this one inside it, as you can see, not completely full yet, and then another big drawer below, and then two more on the sides. And then the other end of the kitchen island, again, we're missing one panel here, which is coming hopefully on Friday. And we've taken the shelves out of this bit in order that we can hang tea towels in there. You can't see this from the other end of it, so this is just a practical thing, really. We decided we didn't need the shelves and we would prefer to just hang the tea towels in there, so that's what we've done for the moment, we'll make sure that works okay before sort of finalising that. But this is the other side of the island with the same drawer situation here, and the hob, obviously, which we reused. We had that from before, and in our old kitchen, and we reused that. So on the far side of the kitchen, we have floor to ceiling, and we wanted a difference in texture. We didn't want to have it all one texture. We love the grey gloss, but we wanted a sort of wooden texture as well to break up the kitchen. And we've got the floor to ceiling units all the way along there, as you can see. The left one here is the fridge. The next one along is the freezer. We've got 3 ovens. The left-hand one is a fan and convection oven. The middle one is a combi microwave and fan oven, I think. And the end one is a combi with a steam oven option in it as well, which Ashley was very keen on. I've no idea what steam ovens are for, and frankly no interest, but he's very pleased with it. And he did cook a very nice roast chicken in it last night, which was very moist, so that's good. Then we've got just storage cupboards in, but I've had to put things I don't use very often on the top shelves of those because they're difficult for me to reach. 3 cupboards on the top, 3 cupboards on the bottom there. And then these ones are, let me open this up, there's 2 big pantry cupboards. I didn't want any of the fancy gubbins that they have for pulling out units and everything. I just wanted a good old-fashioned pantry cupboard with shelves in, which is what I've got, and I'm very pleased with that. Then of course we have a back door. I'm waiting for the blinds to come. We have ordered blinds, got a long blind for the door and a matching blind for the window, which I'll show you when they arrive. But it's just delightful. We haven't got steps yet. We are going to have, the builder's on holiday at the moment, but he's going to come back and build me a couple of steps out here, to get outside, because that's quite a big drop at the moment. It's doable, but you need to think about it. But it's just delightful having the door out of the kitchen. I have really missed that for the last 11 years, and it's very nice just to be able to take the rubbish out, you know, without carrying it over the carpet through the lounge. I don't know why anyone would design a kitchen without a kitchen door in it. Honestly, I don't. But yeah, also we're pleased we had the we talked about having opaque glass in it, but we're happy with the clear glass all the way up, and it brings in lots of light, which is lovely. Sink is obviously here. We have the Quooker tap, which we are both absolutely loving. Now, let me just turn you around so I can talk to you about the Quooker tap. The Quooker tap is a boiling water tap, as you may or may not know. Oh, hang on, you're at a bit of a weird angle. Yeah, but it's a boiling water tap, but we have got the combi one that also does cold water and warm water. So this has meant for us, we have a hot water tank on this level of the house that only does hot water for the kitchen and the spare bedroom and ensuite there. So having this tap has enabled us to turn off that tank that we were heating twice a day, you know, for an hour in the morning, hour in the evening, to provide hot water for the kitchen. And we will only ever need to turn on that tank and use the gas to heat that tank when we have someone to stay in the spare bedroom. So I think although the Quooker tap is expensive, and it is expensive, I think over time that's going to be a saving, definitely, because when you look at the tank for that, it's a tiny little thing that fits in the cupboard underneath. In fact, I can show you, bear with, as opposed to a huge massive water tank. That silver thing there is the tank, so it's teeny tiny really. So that will be interesting to see how much money we save on the hot water, heating the hot water. But we are loving the tap, really, really pleased with it. And the boiling water that comes out of it is properly boiling. That was my one concern with having a boiling water tap, was that it wasn't going to be boiling. So then we've got units all the way along here. This one is, because it's a corner unit, is a pull out like that, which is it just uses the space a little bit more efficiently, but that's the only sort of fancy pulling out type thing I've got, other than a couple more of the drawers in drawers here. This one makes me happy. Look at that. Is that not just the best thing ever? It thrills my little organisational heart, that. So yeah, and then the drawers go all the way along to there. We definitely need something on this wall. I am thinking some sort of neon light word, but possibly a song lyric, possibly on there, which we would have to get custom made. I've been looking into that, but I'm not. We need something on there, but I'm not entirely sure what. I think a neon light would be quite wazzy, but haven't finally decided yet. And obviously we've still got the electrics in here to do. There are going to be little tiny lights, LED lights in the 2 shelves, and then I'm going to have my tequila bottle collection, empty bottles, on the top shelf there, and my recipe books on the bottom shelf, I think is the plan, which will make it look a bit less stark and a bit more lived in, because it does look quite unlived in at the moment. But very thrilled with it. It's been a long struggle, but of course you forget the long struggle and all the money as soon as you've got to the end of it, don't you? But still quite a lot of rubbish outside as well, and as I say, some fiddly little finishing off bits that need doing. But yeah, really pleased with it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye bye.